ki khubor ka Batesi TV ka umdi basnyam bat penjasliang Rupa Premium Meghalaya. Sophistication meets style. The stylish trendsetter Tata Curve SUV is in town. India's first coupe SUV is now in Shillong. Net Foodish. Ordar mapi minwan ramangi hakerdob ying jongpi.
Klamdon jong ne VC klamdon kini ki deputy registrar ngidang la ban ki sakman harai ka jingdon jong ki kan pen deko sisu yangi kan pen hearingi satrai ngila poilu pahanala ngam tip ngin poise.
Present North Eastern Hills University Teachers Association Professor Lakon Kama lekin thot ting yikid kom trekam jong Vice Chancellor jong School ba Nehu Professor PS Shukla Registrar Colonel Omkar Singh retired but ikisangun ki Deputy Registrar da ka bakinno bakim long satya ki beri ki bebet ban penyat ya ka School ba kum ke North Eastern Hills University. Harga jengah keran bakilat patai kubor katuk nyingut kinang hikai jengah School ba Nehu ki belong ru kinang yalam jengah Nehu ta lakin thot ting ya ki jing mam tip an jong Registrar harga penyat ya ki Academic Council but ong ru baga jing don minta jengah kinang penyat kada penhiar dor ya ki puli ke puthi baga terekam terejam jengah School ba Nehu.
Registrar, move out! 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 Registrar, move out!
That the academic council today had to be aborted. And primarily it was aborted because of the ex-officio secretary who didn't know how to conduct himself in the context of academic council and in the context of holding the office of registrar of this university. The Nehuta has already pointed out that being a registrar, he had appointed himself as the supervisor of a national level exam which ended up in a pandemonium. Therefore, we have found him to be totally unfit and with a dubious integrity he has been functioning in this office. Therefore, today, we expressed our no confidence, one and all, in the academic council, and he was requested to exit. He refused to exit, and he was so ill-mannered that he was sitting when Honorable Vice Chancellor was standing and speaking to the other honorable members of the academic council. He insulted, humiliated the whole academic council right on the floor in the visibility of everyone. Therefore, we thought that he is unfit to run this office of the registrar, and therefore Nehuta believes that Nehu requires a gross course correction, and the deputy registrars who have been writing wrongful letters carrying a very bad impression of an institution of higher education like Nehu is a further shame on the entire history of Nehu. Being a student of Nehu, being a researcher in Nehu, being a faculty of Nehu, this has never happened in the history of Nehu. This is unprecedented, the kind of shame, humiliation and degradation that has happened today. Hoi, ngi maning ila elum hang tepo multi-use convention hall namata ka academic council kumbal akon habalayo ka korum ngi iba VC one slam kumbo shi one saupo minute tam ya katarung ila ya kedokti harai ula ong ton ang nesakman kan number slam harai ka ba kam bitare ba marsa sedang ka meeting ki members jungi kila dawa ba uni registrar umde ban shanghde kumu ex officio secretary nama utaban thoi ki resolution jongi hapo namar pa ngilai iba hakini ki banai la senri banai ngilai iba umlong fit balong registrar khamtam utukla rigi kam hikai hangne hapo department namar kumu registrar umdon hok ban tuklar ka kam hikai jongi hapo department namar ngilate bhi ki head department ate bhi ki din kumnon penyat hanre ule start utuklar nonong sedong ki kam ki ba umde ka kamram jongi hare utuklar upha sithi siki din upha sithi siki head kumba kideki subordinate lane ki officer ki barit jongo hare ngilahong ba kumu registrar umdon hok pan pha sithi ki no hikai namar ngim de ki nong tre barit jongo namar ngi nong ki nong hikai ki long kham halor banjo registrar hare ngiu iba halor bangil adep kedoy ka jing duna jongo namar kum bangil adep penpau hakini ki penai bala adep pilai I tharai ba uniu breu umdon kata ka qualification lane ngamong umdon qualification lese umlong fit bandan namar umdon experience haka higher education lane kum kini ki university jungi umdon nama wana ka school suthu kumno ka tarekam ka academic council suthu kumno ka tarekam ki bodies ki balong statutory body hanre ngiu I ba ka jingle jongu
kapan bitarangi kum kino hikai ke pen bitarangi kum ki khot jong ka academic council ba ngi klam island u ba unchong hang tai namangi ong ngila do ka jing kermen la ngila lost confidence hai ba in shong hang tai in record iki ni ka jing shania ngim don show tengila ong ba ngim don ka jing shania te kumno ngin sha yo te bru ban chong tai tengila kerpa yo vc ba pha let no yo bo no dei join registrar ban record iki ni ki minutes jongi hapok ka meeting harai hakata ka jing penslem vc hata ka jing let's say kwa bon ong yo register bon len utur usang bai khop tengi ban se ba ngi hap pen habangi pen ukwa ban jubab harai haba jubab ngi ui ba umdan ka akor ka buram umdan ka jing ba haba vc u yang haba ki professor ki yang haba keren usong man hang tu keren kuma de mo u ba hetam hang ne pa ken be kausit ya kata ka pen bitar ba ngi hado ngi kham ai la chu ngi ong bai ba ban nai ngi rai hang tu ba uniu breu ude ban pan map namar umlong fit ban shang hang ne suki ha ka suki jong registrar ngim de ban ai la ju ba un tho iki minutes jongi harai deb ka to ka ne pori bor khagi no hikai kiwan hakata ka sisur bai ba uniu breu umlong ban shang ne lada phim weng yo bhaban cancel no yakane meeting harai vc tre ban la kata umban se bangi haba ngila khlut ngila i ba breu umdon akar umdon burom ngi shya mi be ngi ong bhaban nai penlong academic council te ngi mi no nangta harai nga sngo kemen moi ban yo sngo ba hadin kata gi student kila khang ka kamra jong ikila be i namar yongni breu mata ngila sutho kuma pitip ka jing thung jong in nado ka sngi ning kong ila ong kadai ka ba pakla namar yu wara ko controller of examination ula fail hang te hapo exam la delay lut narang sedang namar sutho kumno kan trekam ka university harai hajaka ban be unang ni udang ai shu u ban perlong register hapo kan riu ne phra banai kapni ba ka don ka jing ya sutho jing mot hapne jong u ba do vc baki ya don kata ka jing le sop bagi kwa bit ban warayu u hapo ka karan registrar uthung sendan u kom registrar harai usong hakate ka shuki umtip ka kamram lajong khat nama ngin habia shongbat ki rakhat jongi ni hap shongbat ka ni husu kumno ngin ya shakmat namar hab ki lae khange ka kamra kadon ka jingkhya hamsim jongki kadon jingkhya na ka liang ka ni hutan na liang ka ni hunsa bangi layu i ba kumno utrekap namar ba umlong fen namar uni ubre uwan namata san snap kamde ka kadebe ka tenure post lada udap rupa or snap ulade menlenya harai lada u ngila alap hapon riu benai phra benai ubre umlong fen ngatra lade ba nuweng ba yu vc de ban ra ba chaka executive council ban rai ba uni ubre u khlam la ban discharge yu ya ka duty jong ko register umlong fit takadaw ngila rai ban ya weng noi u malik phaino ne eba wan ngim tip hap re advertisement ya ka post lada umle vc kumta ngatra lade ka por bangini song parkhat khya bhaya kane umdei tang mangi banon hapo kan nihu umdei tang stakeholder jong ki nihu sa ki nihu sul ne ki nihu ta ngatra lade ka por bangini khatlang yiki pajba jongka neka ri jongi jongka jala mekhalia jongi banginia wan nginia dawa bau Haban weng lada mulong umta matlet sendan VC ru namal ngim don kam kum kini ki registrar kum kini ki deputy registrar kum ne VC ngim don kam apot nihu namal dangla bangin don do senior most professor hane ban song hakate ka suki jong vice chancellor kum kini ki vice chancellor lada ngi yo bhaban nai don vice chancellor pot nihu ngatrai klam don jong ne registrar klam don jong ne VC klam don kini ki deputy registrar ngi dangla ban ki sakman harai ka jing don jong ki kan pen deko sisu yangi kan pen hearing i satrai ngila poilu pahanala ngam tip ngin poise em yangi pat bu kapor hanrai ulapan por mentan por bagi phami u ong ai porenga gi nga thainga sungo comment bagi ki parok jungi ki khna samla ki kham ai lat yu ki ong me khelinyo namar memlong fit ma song ne suki harai ngam tip un le ayu ngine pet kini le ayu le se dep katok kan gantang in sa tip un visi un le ayu harai kat kum ngine song parkhat biang kum kan nehu ta ngin song parkhat biang kum ki nehu su ngine song lang ngin ya merjing mut lang kum no ngin ya sakmat lada le e ban weng yong ne registrar namar mantang ngim don confidential ai dalam total confidence jong ingila do hau takadang ngim sngo ya haba un song hakate ke suki kumo registrar la de ka por ba un lenno mat lenno se mlele ngin bo be do way u acting registrar ban penya ya ka kam jong ka university jongi isi ngila de bang ki breu ngim tip ka e kata ka selection committee member ki ba jet kumyi kini ki breu namar chairman ude hu vice chancellor ngatip wele ban sach khoj kaleng saudong harai utip la ban sach khoj namar mau de chairman la da sngo hok kata pen i yangi ki panel of expert hakata ka selection committee budget yo new controller neki no hikai ki baladon na college ba na university ba apply ki baladon experience baladon controller tam si tam rul adon hangto harai klam jet yo ne ni ko atip ke e kita ki panelist hangto badan kum jo ki panelist le se ki JDU ko mo register pen i ba ka don ka jingle sop ka jingle boj jong ne vice chancellor ko mo chairman jong ka selection committee ka jingjar yang ni namar ni perkhat ya kan ke university jong imde ngim fikir sisa ki egi bre bawan hane harai ni khoslai namar 1 kum kini gi bre ba Punjab bro me ke university jongi kane de ka strasnong trai muluk jongi ni ki strasnong trai muluk ngim ailat namar kini kiwan hang ni penjat ya ke university pilayu i ke ranking jongi kala mi sabar jong ka cispa ngim te blarangi ai la di une register ba kini ki deputy registrar ba kini tre hang ni baru ni visi ru ngi lese ngi la ban poisa trai ski lai spa sos pa ngim te hare ngi la de ka por bangim keren shu ngi la de pong yo visi ngi num keren jai jai shu la de ka por bangin yakhi ngathrai sapoi ka por bangin ya khot iki paj ba borok goi jong ka ne ka ri ka be jongi ka ri meghalaya jongi bangin ya khot Yaki ban wan hang ne Nehu bangin ya kendang lu di kini berkhoi namar nang ne sakmat ngatrai lade kapor bangin pen bet norong senong kini ki kurung karam ladang imle kumta kin kata namar kinong kam ki nohika baki jit ru pipet ka quality jongki ngamtip ke ekin hikai ki khona ki khon ki ti jongi ke ekin next generation jongi kum kano ka teaching ba phin aya ki kumno phin saindu ya kan ka lawai ka badang wan namar kum kini kin hikai kim la ban hikai kano ka babyang ngi iba kishu wan hang ne lese naka jing thong pisa iwan naka jing don jing ya day lese lingba ki ki sang hare kam kim don quality kim don tangman keren thareng baru kim laj hare ki wan hang ne tangman kejit ya ka jing don jokan Nehu hare la de ka por bangin ya ban ya ka ne ba nang ne sakmat ngim ya sha shu ya ka ne namar la de ka por in hap ong bet ba phia lit no namar phimlong fit man shong hakini ki skui de kini ki dr sangut new registrar
sense of responsibility that I'm standing here to articulate, to express the sense of the sense of dismay that Nehuta, as a member of Nehuta, we observed how the academic council was conducted. Let me begin by saying that it was I who first raised the issue that had come into prominence in the last 8 months, 9 months. I'm citing the case of a public perception that has been created, and there has been public outcry about the credibility, about the academic pedigree of the person who is holding the registrar's post. In the last 50 years of Nehu's existence, the post of registrar was always held by people who had academic and administrative excellence. Many of our former registrars, 2 of our former registrars have gone on to become chief secretary, in the respective states. We have had registrars who have come from the income tax departments. They have retired as chief commissioner of income tax. We have had registrars who have come from the Indian Defence Account Service, and they have had impeccable record. Now, suddenly, in the last 8 months, we have had this outcry about people seeking to know the credentials of the registrar, and this is something shameful because this has never happened. So when I raised this issue in the academic council as soon as it started, I also cited the example of how I received, and many of us have received, a letter authored by the by the deputy registrar of the academic section. The letter, at last count, had about 14 grammatical errors. 14. And this is the kind of letter that you do not expect to have emanated from the desk or from the table of a deputy registrar who's looking after academic. After all, we are talking about an institute of higher education. So these are things that do not really bode very well for Nehu in the long run, and something has to be done in order to nip these shortcomings in the bud. Somebody has to be responsible for all this, and I'm told that the students have also expressed their anguish in a much more graphic manner by locking up and barring the doors of the registrar's office. So from the Nehuta, we will sit, we will reflect, we will have a meeting in order to see what would be the best course of action to be taken next.